Hello everybody, how you doing today? My name is Nick and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be watching the 7th episode of Season 2 of Avatar: The Last Airbender. After episode 6, I'm so excited to get into this. Seriously, like episode 3, 4, and 5 once again were great for me. Episode 6, I love the introduction of Toph. I really loved her character. The fact that they actually gave so much to her character in one episode, it made me feel so much for her, especially at the end there when her parents were telling her, hey, you need to have more restrictions. When she basically told them that, you know, hey, I actually am an amazing earthbender, probably one of the best earthbenders out there, and, you know, I actually felt so bad for her when her parents were like, you know what, you're not gonna be able to have more freedom when that's what she needs, is more freedom in my opinion. So her going with Aang and the crew, I'm so happy to have her on board. And I've not read the comment section yet. I'm actually filming this an hour before episode 4 comes out, so I don't know yet what you guys think of Toph, but I don't know really if it's an unpopular opinion, because I feel like just the amount that I liked her so much is just like not how I hope that lots of people end up liking her, and like I'm not alone in that belief. But I do also have to say, guys, seriously, thank you guys so much for the support you guys have shown me on these Avatar reactions. I know especially in episode 3 I got a lot of downvotes. I'm assuming it's because I missed some stuff, which is completely fine. I do not have a problem with anyone disliking my content, as long as they're people who actually watch my content, who just do not like some of my videos. But yeah, with this series, I gotta be honest, doing a TV show, it's not at all what I expected. The editing especially takes a long time for this show, a lot more than I accounted for. But yeah, seriously, that's why it means so much to me, the amount of support I receive, because, you know, doing this, it's all kind of worth it just to be able to share my experience with you guys. And even though, you know, I'm not gonna be making money off these videos, it still is just so much fun for me to share my opinions about the show with you guys. So I'm really happy lots of you guys are enjoying it. It really makes me feel a lot better when I get copyright claims. So thank you guys so much once again. Please just understand, whenever I feel like, because I am so like positive about the show, that whenever I say anything slightly negative, it may be construed as very negative, when I really do not mean that at all. Every episode I've seen of the show has been amazing. There's not been one episode I've been like, damn, kind of upset I watched that episode. Like, seriously, there's not been one. Even episodes that do not have much to do with the story, like the one in episode 11 of season 1, The Great Divide, and a couple of this season, the earlier ones, like, I still love all those episodes. Once again, just seriously, for me, I'm trying to have like a threshold so you guys know like which episodes I really liked and which ones I didn't. So that's kind of why I sometimes will be a little bit more negative towards some episodes, just so you guys understand it's not one of my favorites, but just understand I have enjoyed every episode until now. I will make it abundantly clear if I do not enjoy an episode, but I do not think that will be the case. But anyway, that's enough rambling from me. Just had to get a couple of those thoughts out there for you guys. But before we get into this reaction, once again, if you guys do want to see the full-length reaction to this video or early access to my videos, you guys can check out my Patreon, first link in the description bar down below. And let's just hop into it. Avatar Season 2, Episode 7. Oh, Zuko alone. So this chapter is going to be about Zuko. I cannot believe he just left his uncle, though. He's just alone. Oh, food. Oh, come on, Zuko, don't. Yes, yes. Aww. Who's that?
Yeah!
Could I get some water, a bag of feed, and something hot to eat?
Not enough here for a hot meal. I can get you 2 bags of feed. Ow!
Oh no, and they're gonna think it's Zuko now.
Thanks for your contribution. The army appreciates your support.
No! Well, now I want you to attack them.
But they're just a bunch of thugs.
This is heartbreaking.
Take it to my house and feed your ostrich horse for you.
Come on, feed him too, though, not just his ostrich.
No one can ever sneak up on us.
He doesn't have to say who he is if he doesn't want to, Seela. Anyone who can hold his own against those bully soldiers is welcome here.
And give him some food, come on.
Supper's going to be ready soon. Would you like to stay?
I can't.
You are starving.
Why don't you two work for a while, and then we'll eat.
There you go. Like, come on, Zuko. I know you don't want to impose, but...
So how'd you get that scar?
Oh.
A man's past is his business.
That's the girl right from the vision. Oh.
Hey, Mom, want to see how Azula...
So it's his mom. I thought it might be.
Ow!
Aww.
Ow, ow!
This is so amazing. Yes, some Zuko flashbacks.
That's what moms are like. If you mess with their babies, they're gonna bite you back.
Oh, and that's how his mom probably... She was trying to protect him or something.
Mom, can you make Zuko play with us? We need equal teams to play a game.
Yes, darling, I think it's a good idea to play with your sister. Go on now. Just...
But she's gonna do something to him.
Uncle Iroh sent us a letter from the warfront.
Girls are crazy.
Ba Sing Se must be something to behold. I hope you all may see it someday. If we don't burn it to the ground.
I wonder what Boss is gonna look like.
Enjoy these gifts for Zuko.
What an incredible episode. I never thought we would get an episode like this.
And the superior craftsmanship.
Never give up without a fight.
And for Azula, a new friend.
Aww.
Uncle doesn't make it back from war, then Dad would be next in line to be Fire Lord.
It would be awful if Uncle Iroh didn't return.
Yeah.
I still think our dad would make a much better Fire Lord than his royal tea-loving kookiness.
Yeah.
You don't just touch his sword, his daggers.
Two halves of a single weapon. Don't think of them as separate, because they're not.
That's awesome, yes. Teach him.
I think you'd really like my brother Sensu. He used to show me stuff like this all the time.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This ought to get you through a few meals.
Wow, and she... That's so great. They better not touch the family. They were so welcoming and nice.
Just thought someone ought to tell you your son's battalion got captured.
Oh.
Way I heard it. Then they just watched.
You watch your mouth.
Iroh has lost his son. Your cousin, Lieutenant, did not survive the battle.
Oh, and Uncle Iroh, that's why he treats Zuko like such a son.
I'm going to find Sensu and bring him back.
Will you stay?
No.
Crap, man.
I want you to have this. Read the inscription.
Made
Gives
in
him
Earth Kingdom.
what Uncle
The other
Iroh
one.
gave him.
You waste all your time playing with knives. You're not even good.
Put an apple on your head and we'll find out how.
Uncle's coming home. It means Uncle's a quitter and a loser.
Just makes me hate Azula even more. She just rips on Uncle Iroh so much. I get it. She wants her dad to be the Fire Lord. Still, you don't have to rip on Uncle Iroh so much.
He's probably just sad his only kid is gone.
Exactly.
Your father has requested an audience with Fire Lord Azulan. Best clothes, hurry up.
Can't you just call him grandfather? Someone will probably end up taking his place soon.
Young
I
lady.
love the mom.
What is wrong with that child?
Seriously.
And how was it great-grandfather Sozin managed to win the Battle of Han Tui?
Great-grandfather won because...
The enemy was downwind and there was a drought.
Oh, so she knows about battle strategies.
Correct, my dear. Now, would you show grandfather the new moves you demonstrated to me?
Oh, and that's why grandfather loved Azula, probably. Yeah, she is amazing. She has incredible talent, even though her personality is just so shitty.
Just like her grandfather, for whom she's named.
I'd like to demonstrate what I've been learning.
Oh, and he already has that. Dang it. Zuko's just never given anything. Like, it really makes you understand him so much. He's just always felt like such...
I failed.
No, I loved watching you.
Oh, his mom.
Iroh's bloodline has ended. But I am here, Father.
So
and my
just...
children are alive. I am your humble servant, here to serve you and our nation. Use me. You dare suggest?
Yes, you're not going to.
I think Iroh has suffered enough. But you? Your punishment has scarcely begun.
So great. So great, yes. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to curse because I don't want to.
Father said Dad's punishment should fit his crime. You must know the pain of losing a firstborn son by sacrificing your own.
Liar! Stop it! You're lying. Dad would never do that to me.
Your father would never do what to you? It's time for a talk.
Azula's constantly in trouble because she's just
Lies. Azula always lies.
Azula seriously screwed him up so much too.
I know we barely know you, but
I'll get your son back.
Yes, because he even formed a little connection with the kid. Of course he is. There you go.
Let the kid go. You're bullies. Freeloaders abusing your power. Mostly over women and kids. You don't want Lee in your army. You're sick cowards messing with a family who's already lost one son to the war.
You're no match for Zuko. Oh, fuck. He doesn't want to use his firebending.
everything I've done to protect you.
So now she is, yeah.
Remember, never forget who you are.
Yep, now they're all in shock. Is that enough yet?
My name is Zuko.
You're not a prince, you're an outcast! His own father burned and disowned him!
You should have it.
No, I hate you.
Mom? Mom!
Grandpa passed away.
Not funny, Azula. You're sick. And I want my knife back. Now.
Who's going to make me? Mom?
Where is she?
Azula, fearless leader in the Battle of Garzai. Grandfather of Lu Ten, now passed. Grandfather of Zuko and Azula. As was your dying wish, you are now succeeded by your second son. Dear Lord Ozai!
Okay, guys, I need a minute. Shit, my eyes look so bad. I'm sorry. I tried to wipe them off. So that was the end of episode 7. I'm shocked how much I love that episode. I think that might have been my favorite episode of the whole series, honestly. As much as I love Aang and Katara, and I still do, like, I love them to death. I needed this kind of episode. Seriously, it was so incredible how they did this. Like, at the beginning, I was like, oh, they're not going to show Toph or Aang, Katara, any of them when they... You know, I thought after the introduction of Toph, we would have definitely seen this episode be about them. And the fact that it was all about Zuko and his family... I was so entranced in this episode, and it was so, like, emotionally affecting. Seriously, you just... Okay, I'm figuring out how I should do this. Okay, from the beginning, when they first show the mom, you can see just... I at least could feel how much his mom felt for Zuko and how much of a bond they had. Like, you could tell that Azula was more akin to her father and grandfather, and then... Zuko's mom was more like who he was accustomed to. Like, they both had a special relationship. And, you know, from the beginning of the episode, the theme of protecting your own and the fact that the mom was, like, telling kind of hints, like, yeah, I will protect you if it comes down to it. I will sacrifice myself for you, essentially. And that's what she ended up doing because I guess Azula was right, and that's how Zuko... That's how this whole thing began. Like, I'm so shocked that they show this, and I hope I do a pretty good job of explaining everything. I don't know, my mind is kind of racing right now, and I was debating whether to wait like an hour and then talk about this or do it right after, but I feel like I have to since I've done every episode right after my reaction as soon as I finish, so that's why I'm doing this one too. But the fact that, first of all, Zuko's dad, how he betrayed Uncle Iroh and how he just stood up to his grandfather and told him, like, hey, I can do this. I should be the leader, essentially. It reminded me of kind of with Walking Dead, with Rick being the leader and then Spencer wanting to take over in season 7. But I loved that so much, how you could feel for Zuko, that he's like, why would you do this? Like, why would you try to take Uncle Iroh's place? Especially after he just lost his son. And the fact they showed Uncle Iroh and they showed him during the war saying he's going to be back soon, and then you find out his son passed away. It's just, this episode was so heartbreaking, but it was so needed. And I could feel that emotion from Zuko. He's constantly, I loved how they would do the flashbacks in accordance to what's happening in his real life. Like how it showed him getting his knife from Uncle Iroh and then giving it to the kid. But the kid at the end, since it's revealed Zuko does not even want the knife. Zuko had such a great job of developing him in this episode, of showing just how he's been his entire childhood and how it's affected him even now, where when he's like in isolation nomad, he does not even want to stay for dinner because he does not want anyone to find out who he really is, because he's afraid of the reception he got, that everyone's going to be like, I hate you, this is what really happened, like, we don't trust you, we don't like you. And that was so hard to hear, especially when the mom came to him crying about her son Lee getting taken away, and Zuko comes and helps her. And the fact that once he helps her, and once he has to actually use firebending, because it's obvious he's not going to be able to beat him with just his swords, he has to show firebending, and of course everybody hates him because of it, which I guess I should have expected. I don't know, I really was loving how I thought that it was going to be more of a kind of realization for everyone, like, hey, maybe you're not so bad, maybe we shouldn't have this preconceived judgment of you are the worst just because of what we've heard about you. But obviously that's not how it turned out. But the fact that this only focused on Zuko, and I was so in love with this episode, really was incredible. Azula, she was like villainous, and it showed in the beginning episodes with her, kind of her fear and, you know, how much power she has over everyone. But essentially, she kind of ruined Zuko's childhood, with her especially playing those games with him and just manipulating him and telling him about his father. Just everything she wanted to do seemed so sinister compared to Zuko's views. And just seeing how her mom tried to kind of deal with her and kept like saying like, what am I going to do with this child? What's wrong with her? And then at the end, for the mother to be passing and Azula kind of lives on with the father, I don't know, I really got upset when the mom died. In this episode, you guys will see, you know, I did cry a little bit. Just because seriously, like, this episode, it was the last thing I expected, was to get this huge emotional backstory with Zuko right after being introduced to Toph. Like, the episode structure, it threw me off so much. But it was so well appreciated. I honestly love this episode. Cannot wait to get into episode 8. Hopefully you guys enjoy this reaction. If you guys do want to see the full-length reaction once again, or have early access to my videos, you guys can check out my Patreon, first link in the description bar down below. And I will see you guys in episode 8.